After the first release, you're on your own. It's tougher for them. People compare, good or bad, they compare. And that's not fair on them. That's why I think it's tough for the kids. It's a cakewalk today, action. We did stunts. We did stunts. We jumped from the fifth floor, sixth floor. You don't need to do all that now. You jump from 5 foot and then make it look like you jumped from 1,500 feet. So it's become much, much easier.
Hello and welcome to midday.com. I'm Anjali, and with me today I have this one of the fittest Bollywood stars that we have seen over the years, who has been inspiring so many of us in so many years. That's none other than Mr. Suniel Shetty. Sunil sir, welcome to midday.com.
Thank you, Anjali. And I think congratulations, you all did something new today, something new happening at 1 rupee per day.
It's a very nice way to keep in touch with the day-to-day happenings, and it's the subscription price is really less. It's like 1 rupee a day, which is nothing. So yeah, that's a good initiative from us.
I know. I read it, so that's good. That's good.
Also, in your 50s, you're so fit. You have always been fit. I really want to know, what is that mantra that keeps Suniel Shetty going so strong and fit? And it's amazing to see you. Like, it's hard to believe that you have two grown-up children.
Thank you. The thing is, I think I am a perfect balance of eating right and training right. I eat right. I make sure that my meals are good. I don't overeat. I get up a wee bit hungry before every meal. My dinner is comparatively light compared to my breakfast or my lunch. I train hard. I'm very, very conscious about sleep. I'm a very, very positive and mentally very, strong person. So I know for a fact that, even if it's been 110 days of the lockdown or around that, except for Sunday, probably I've trained 100 days. Could be skipping, could be running, could be dips, could be Surya Namaskar. I've done yoga every single day. So these are the basics things that I follow. I'm very strict when it comes to my workouts and everything else, because that is the most important thing for me. That's the me time that I get. Working out for me is my time that I get for myself, and I'm not going to give it up for anything or anybody. You can't say you're training and eat any kind of junk food. Food matters. Food matters. Food is 70% of everything else. Supplements, training, everything is only if you're eating right. Supplements is only if you're training right, only if you're conscious of something. Otherwise nothing works for you. Nothing works. No supplements will work. No training will work if you don't eat right.
And when you see the youngsters who are training and who are at it, just to keep fit and all, do you think any trend that you see which you really don't approve of, or you would have, if you given a chance, you would try to educate them on that? Anything that you have noticed?
Abuse of drugs, anabolic steroids. Steroids give you phenomenal results, but that is something that I would not advise people to go into it, because there's a science behind it, and science or no science, I would not recommend it. Pushing supplements and pushing athletes to do things that are banned, that might enhance your performance, but today, tomorrow, day after, you are going to get caught, and the system is going to catch up with you.
What we really miss is seeing you on the big screen in Hindi cinema. What keeps you away, and why don't we see you often?
I took a sabbatical for 4 years that were personal. Came back and did some meaningful films, got some amazing films, and hopefully on the Hindi screen, on the large screen, one would see me. I had a film that was going on the floors in June, and we were going to complete by end of July, but unfortunately we couldn't start that film. Waiting for things to happen now. The world is waiting and I'm waiting. Unfortunately, what happens is, or fortunately also at the same time, people are expecting me to deliver the same kind of action that I did, which is very difficult. You age and you slow down, and like everybody else I have, but they're looking for that kind of intense action. So at times I'm a little scared and wanting to know what do you expect from me. That's what's happening, but happy with the way things are shaping out now. You're at a particular age where good work comes to you, and I'm accepting that gracefully too. And then yes, the other films that I've been listening to, talking to, Webb, very clear what I want to do.
Also, when you see the action today, when actors are getting, such action films are being made and they are indulging into such high octane action, and the action that you did was again it was high octane and very difficult. But do you see any difference between the action then in your time and now, and you would call it easier or tougher? What?
Much, much, much easier. It's a cakewalk today, action. Because there is so much of special effects and so much of body manipulation, effects and sound that is so deadly. We did stunts. We jumped from the fifth floor, sixth floor. You don't need to do all that now. You jump from 5 foot and then make it look like you jumped from 1,500 feet. So it's become much, much easier. That's why it's helped me also. It'll help me continue to stay an action hero because there's very little that I need to do now. Just maintain my attitude, my body language, and go ahead with it. But at the same time, when you see action that is being done by the likes of Tiger Shroff, you get the feeling, holy shit, is this real? And you're proud of the kind of work action that this boy is doing. So on one side there's Tiger Shroff, and then the other side there's action that is very, very easy to do, which is just special effects and attitude, body language, body. But once again, the boys have amazing, amazing bodies, and to build something like that is not easy. So hats off to them. But far easier than in our times. Far easier because safety is a lot more. Airbags. We didn't have airbags. We jumped on beer boxes. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that
Yeah.
we had it tougher. We had far more injuries. We had far more injuries than the kids have today.
Would you want your son to take the legacy forward of being an action hero?
Difficult question. I would want a lot of things, but what God has in mind for him, and what luck has in mind for him, what his hard work has in mind for him, is something that destiny will decide. Ahan is good at with what he does. He's 90% through his first film. I've seen a lot of his film, and I've liked what I've seen. He's got a great producer, director, and everything is good for him. But like we said, it's only the first film. You get an opportunity and a chance to give your best so that the audience accepts it and you. Right now, for me, it's about acceptance and him being loved by the people.
You're such a self-made star. Like you came from,
Yeah.
like you didn't have any Bollywood connections, but now when you see your kids, you are there to guide them. You had your set of struggles. Do you think this, when it comes to difficulties and struggles in making a career, when you are there to guide them, somewhere it eases out for them, as compared to what you faced?
Yes, of course. Of course, it eases out for them because there's a mentor, there's a guide who tells them the difference between right and wrong. But that's where it ends. After the first release, you're on your own. It's tougher for them. It's a struggle like anybody else's struggle. People compare, good or bad, they compare, and that's not fair on them. That's not fair on them at all. And that's what I think. That's why I think it's tough for the kids to survive in this industry. But like I said, once again, luck, first film, good performer, put your heart out into something and it'll work.
What made you take up South Indian films? And you're one of the most sought after antagonists there. So, what excited you, or what prompted you to take up all that there?
I belong to the South, and I thought, after a sabbatical of 4 years, I didn't really know what I was up to, what I wanted to do, whether people will accept me, and I got a great offer from South.
So, you mentioned about the digital space, and I was about to ask you that. So, what kind of projects would excite you there, and how soon that you see the possibility of that thing getting materialized?
I've already greenlit something. I've liked something very much, and now they're deciding the platform and stuff like that. Something that is very me, something very army based around me. So it works like magic. I got other offers, but I wasn't happy with the platform because, if you're going to do digital, you need to make sure that you're on the right platform the first time and people look at you the right way. So been very, very choosy with that. And when you have an option to choose, you might as well be. So interesting stuff that has come. Probably the first one would be something to do with the forces and me in uniform. And I'm super excited about doing that.
This whole brilliant initiative that you have taken up, that you have started, taking the mission of Atmanirbharta ahead. So tell us about that.
Atmanirbhar is something that I think we should all believe in. Supporting India, being self-reliant is something which is the only way forward if we want India to jump back. So we came up with this brand. I signed up with this brand and became a part of the entire company with a brand called Body First. Body First is one such product, which is an all-natural product, supplements that help you bridge the gap between training and eating right. It's a purely an Indian brand. So when it's an Indian brand, the call be vocal about local works brilliantly, and that's what we're doing. This is just the beginning of the few products that we are coming out with. There are a lot of products that are Indian products that we are looking at bringing out. So people who produce, people who grow, all this are definitely going to benefit. This is a product that we are looking at even exporting internationally, because I honestly believe Ayurveda and food healing and spice healing in India is very, very big. And that is something that the world needs to know. And we want to let the world know that we can produce some of the best stuff that is there.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And
Thank you so
I
much,
really,
Anjali. Thank you.
with lots of initiatives that you are taking and you're doing. So wish you all the best for all of that and for
Thank
your
you.
films and projects. Thank you.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.